Cheers, everyone, from the Shamrock Club of Columbus. Thank you for joining me tonight. This is my special guest, Nancy Murphy, who is our current president of the Shamrock Club. Let me know if you can hear us okay. This is a very large auditorium. I can move the microphone closer or cut it off. See who we have in chat so far. Cheers, Five Fingers. It is good to see you as always. A Slapshot, cheers to you. Hi, Kathy Huey. Let me know what you guys are drinking tonight. Cheers, Andrew Butler. So we are starting the night with some Green Spot. So tonight we're going to be featuring whiskey that you can actually get at the club here. Mm-hmm. We have a really, really good whiskey selection at the club.
Yes, we do.
And cheers, Gandy Road. Scott, Fifth Quarter Tailgate, it's good to see you. Scott, put your link in chat. If anybody has not subscribed to Scott, make sure you subscribe. Hey, Jim, same to you. Make sure you put your link in here. It's good to see you, Jim. So before we get started, I actually, for those of you who might not have heard, I wanted to give a huge thank you to Belfast Whiskey Week and the Irish Whiskey Industry Awards. I kind of got surprised yesterday that I was nominated for Independent Brand Ambassador of the Year. So I was literally in the process of voting when I found that out. So that was a nice surprise. So tell everyone about the Shamrock Club of Columbus for those who may not know.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you, Stacy, for being here tonight and having me here with you to talk about the Shamrock Club and what we do. So the Shamrock Club started in 1936. Some gentlemen from Ireland. The tradition in Ireland is on St. Patrick's Day, they would get in their buggies or their, and ride around the neighborhood, make a parade. And so those gentlemen that's got together and decided they wanted to do that here in Columbus. So that's how we kind of started out. So it became the objective, and it built into we do the St. Patrick's Day parade here in Columbus now and continue that tradition. But also part of the objectives of the club are to promote and encourage the awareness and appreciation of the Irish culture, history, and traditions here in the Columbus area. We try to provide educational and entertainment opportunities relative to the Irish culture. We also participate in community service and charitable activities, coordinate and cooperate. I'm reading, so give me a minute here, get these words out, with other Irish organizations in an effort to unify the American Irish voice. So we do have several other Irish American clubs in the Columbus area, but Shamrock Club is the largest of those Irish American clubs in the Central Ohio.
Largest in the state?
Maybe. I don't remember.
We used to be. We're close.
We're pretty close. Yeah, there's some clubs up in Cleveland. I'm not sure what their sizes are at this time. So yeah, that's when we.
And I think everybody's heard me talk about, because I'm also in the Hibernians and the Kill and Crack Wolfhound group. So yeah, the Shamrock Club kind of pulls everybody together.
Yeah, we try to pull everybody together, especially for the parade and everything. We have all the organizations involved, and we just throughout the year try to do things together, support them, they support us. We have our what's called the Clan na Gael, which is one family Irish. So we do events together that pulls all our local Irish community together, and we have activities together through that.
So Nancy was the first person that we met.
That's true.
This has been 7 years ago. That we walk in and it was Queen of Hearts night.
It was Queen of Hearts, yeah.
And we walk in and Nancy is, welcome, have some cake.
Yes.
and we've been coming back ever since.
Yeah, they were here, and kind of other people were like, who are those? Who's that? Because it was Stacy and her husband Devin and Devin's dad, David, and they were here, and I'm like, I don't know, I'll go talk to them. So
that's one of the things I love about this club. It's as soon as you start coming, Irish goodbye no more.
No,
you're not Irish goodbye it. Mm-hmm. You're saying hi to 12 people as you're walking out the door. In 5 feet.
Yeah. You always plan on leaving before you really want to leave. So because you can't make it through without.
Now, you were talking about the St. Patrick's Day parade, and I think a lot of people might not realize in Columbus that the city has nothing to do with the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yeah. So that St. Patrick's Day parade, the Shamrock Club does finance everything. That means we have to pay for the streets to be closed. We have to pay for the special duty officers. And so we do that through the parade participants pay a small fee to be in there. And other than that, we just through the club membership and just our finances through the year, we are able to do that. We do get some donations from the other Irish organizations. So to help, the Irish Cultural Foundation gives us a nice check each year to help pay for the parade and all the fees that go along to that. At the end of the parade, we gather currently at the Columbus Convention Center, and we call it our Irish Family Reunion. And so what that means, we have, I don't know, it used to be 10,000. It's no longer that. We're probably about 3,000 of us get together.
It's packed in there.
It is. So
it's
we
huge.
have the big room to do it all, but everybody just comes together. You get your table, bring food. We have drinks. We have music. Several bands come. We have some merchants.
Step dancers.
And
I love the step dancers.
The step
little
dancers.
girls
We
that are
try to
step
have 2 or 3 step dance schools each year of the Irish dancers. And then, yeah, so we have a good time, but we get together, everybody, and so many, families, it's almost like it's their true family reunion where, they haven't seen each other maybe over the past few months, but they get together and try to, have family time and everything.
We were floored the first time we walk in because it's a huge convention center. Think like the kind that you'd have cars in, and it's packed. It is. There's nowhere to walk. It's so packed.
Yeah, and it's a great day. It's
such a great time. It's a really great time.
Yeah, so it's something we don't like to miss each year. We all want to be there and just kind of get to see people we haven't seen for a little while. Maybe they haven't made it down to the club in the past few months or whatever. So, yeah.
And rain or shine, we're in that parade. I have been in the parade with 72, and I think one of my first years in the parade, it was snowing.
Yeah. Oh, I believe that. Yes, we've done. Snow is much better than rain, though, because at least snow brushes off. But this year it was rainy and windy and cold, but we made it.
Speaking of rain, if all of a sudden I cut off, there are storms moving into the area, and we're under a tornado watch, severe storm watch. So if I suddenly go black, it's because we don't have power anymore. So
I think hopefully we make it.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Well, Irish luck.
Definitely. That's right. So, but yeah, so.
And we have there's a lot of events that go on here, like big ones, dart leagues.
Yes.
My husband and I are involved a lot of dart leagues.
We do through, usually in the fall, we start September through May. We have a men's dart league on Wednesday evenings. We have a women's dart league every other Thursday. We have a co-ed league that plays on Monday nights every other week. So we have a lot of nice dart leagues. Then in the summer, we start with some cornhole league. We have a cornhole league and a horseshoe league. So those happen during the summer.
Those are a lot of fun. The dart leagues are a lot of fun.
They're very fun.
I know I miss a lot of streams. I'm always miss Dara, the average drinker, because it's Mondays and I'm here. I'm here playing darts.
That's true.
So
yeah. So it's good stuff. We have a good time.
So we are starting, for those of you who didn't hear, we are starting. I'm picking all whiskeys that are actually available at the club. We have a really nice Irish whiskey selection downstairs. So we're starting with classic Green Spot, which my camera hates me today. Oh, there it goes.
Looks better.
Green Spot. So let me know what you guys are drinking in chat. Oh, Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. Debbie's giving us updates. The storms are over by Dayton, so we'll probably be able to get our stream then. Cheers, Independent Joe. I saw some of you guys come in. Cheers, Eric Gunderson. And Isaiah 5. It's good to see you guys. That we are live again from the Shamrock Club of Columbus. And I really wanted to do this also so you guys could all see where I'm commenting from when I'm in chat at Dart League. Also, because a lot of you in your cities might have Irish organizations. You might be interested in what kind of place it is and what goes on. So Nancy can tell you all about it.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of upcoming events.
We do.
They're big.
We do.
There are
We
a
have some
lot
great
of big
stuff going
upcoming
on.
events going on.
We're really excited. So for the first time, we've had a Irish music festival for years. We've been doing that, but this year we decided to try for a brew fest. So a beer fest, we're calling it. So we have 10 breweries coming. We have it is on Friday, July 7th. The gates open at 5 p.m. The tickets are $50, and that $50 will get you 25 drinks if you want to have that many. But they are 8-ounce souvenir cups and that you will be drinking from. So you can go through and taste as many as you want. There are some special brews that may be 2 tickets or 2 punches. So that would be available too. There is somebody, I heard rumors, somebody is bringing a mead with them.
Ooh,
So yeah,
I like some mead.
I like the
I like
mead.
some mead.
I'm myself not a big craft beer person, but I'm gonna take one of my husband's punches and
A beer fest, a beer
Yeah.
fest is a great chance to actually get into a deep dive into beer.
Yeah. So, but some of the breweries that are going to be here from the Columbus area, Hell Branch Hard Cider, East Side Brewing Company, Parsons North Brewing, Grove City Brewing, the Brew Brothers, Heart State Brewing, and Buckeye Lake Brewing. So those are the and there's a couple more on there that
There's
I think
some really good breweries in there.
Yeah. We also have I'm not sure exactly, Java Hut or something that's going to be here doing some coffee drinks. So that, if that's not, I don't think that's part of your ticket, but they're going to be here for those who might need a little shot of caffeine after having too many.
Cheers, Chris Tots, joining us from Australia.
Oh, nice.
Chris and Lil, it's good to see you guys. And cheers, taste and sensibility, sipping on a little Aaron sherry cask. That sounds lovely. Oh, cheers, Keith. It's good to see you. I hope you're on the mend, buddy. Thank you for joining us.
Wow. Yeah.
So there's a lot of good breweries there.
Yeah.
I know several on your list. I'm a big fan of a lot of their beers.
Good.
So that's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Good. So along with that, my little taste of green spot there. We will have a couple food trucks. So a local favorite is Schmidt's Sausage House. So that's a German restaurant that has great food.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't, I don't know if you guys watch Man vs. Food, but when he was in Columbus, Schmidt's Sausage House is one of the stops
he did. Yeah. Great cream
food.
Cream puffs are the best. Everybody
Bahama
loves
Mama's
those.
a cream puff.
Oh,
I'm good for the night.
We're all good. But we also have Peatability, which will have some vegetarian, vegan options also. So those to make sure we cover that. We have 3 bands that night. Shorty Allen, Brave the Sea, and Bearded Bastard Irishmen. And they're a great band.
They're great. They've played the Dublin Irish Festival
before.
They're a great
played
band.
it. It's at the Dublin Irish Festival. So yeah, so there's just some good music going to happen that night.
That's a good headliner.
Yeah. So we're not calling this kid friendly because it's going to be, it's the music's a little hard for children probably, and a lot of drinking going on. So, but the following night, when we talk about that, oh, good.
Hey, Tommy D. So you got the Green Spot Quail Skate. Oh, let me know what you think of that. Napoe Castle 12-year Marsala cask. I'm trying to think. No, I have not had that one. I've had the Barolo. So the following day, then there's another event that is kid friendly.
That is definitely kid friendly. So as I said, for years we've done our Irish Music Festival, and we're going to have that on Saturday, July 8th. So the next day from 4 to 11 p.m. The admission for that is $15. However, if you were here on Friday night for the Brew Fest, you get your ticket will get you in for the next night.
That's a nice deal.
It's a very good deal.
I didn't realize you were doing that. That's a good deal.
Yeah. I also forgot to mention for the Brew Fest, if you want to come and just listen to the music, eat the food, it's $20. If you're going to be you're not going to hit up the beer tents, and it's okay. You can get other alcohol from our just pay as you go from our regular bar and everything. So that is available also.
Well, that's pretty good.
So yeah, it's very nice. So on Saturday night, the admission is $15. Kids 3 to 12 are $5. And we do have mass when we have our Catholic mass when we have our event.
We squeeze in mass into a lot of events.
We do. We try to honor that.
So nobody has to get up early the next day.
That's right. So that's right. And we will be having Irish dancers. We will have the Shamrock Club pipes and drums playing. On the outside stages, those are kind of early. Dancers at 5, pipes and drums at 5:30. The McGeeans, which is a local band, will be here at 6.
I like watching them play. They're fun. They
very
play
fun.
some really fun music.
They have a lot of enthusiasm. Can't say that word, I guess. And then at 8 o'clock, we have the Drowsy Lads, which is another great local band that brings a nice crowd. And they're a lot of fun also. They do a lot of
friends that are fans of the Drowsy Lads.
Yeah, they do a lot of traditional music, so they're a good one for our Irish Music Festival. But at the same time, we will be having music at the inside at our pub space. Sorry, excuse me.
No, you're okay.
At 5 o'clock, we have the Pints, and so these are all local. Well, they're a local band. I like them a lot. I saw them.
Drowsy Lads play pretty much nationally. I think they get. They're a
Drowsy Lads have been
well.
getting around. Yeah, and then we have Echo Crossing, and they are a band out of Cleveland, Ohio. They're playing at 7 on the pub stage. I like them a lot.
So I don't know if the Bascos are in chat, but I know they probably are familiar with Echo Crossing. They're in the Cleveland area.
Yeah. So, and our final act inside is the Hooligans. They start at 9 p.m. They're just a fun band. They play a lot of the traditional stuff, but they will
get the crowd into it a lot.
They do get the crowd into it. They have a lot of crowd interaction songs, so we all can have a lot of fun with that.
A lot of toasts between songs.
They do. That's right. Ed is always giving us a toast, and it's a good time. It's
always a good time. That is a really good lineup.
We have some great.
I didn't realize that you could with your ticket you got in free the next day. That's a really good deal.
So that's a great part about with the beer fest is show up that night and come the next night.
What time is the beer fest starting again on Friday night?
The doors are opening at 5. Gates are opening at 5. So, and it is an outdoor event. Both nights are outdoor events. Other than like I said, we do have indoor music on Friday night. So, depending upon the weather, if it's a little warm, you can come in and get out of the heat for a little bit to.
And the pub she's talking about is literally under us. It's in the same building.
Yeah. And we will have an outdoor bar also that will have other things than the beer fest, than the beer fest breweries. Even on Friday night, we will have our regular selections available
for somebody who wants cocktails, or maybe somebody wants it to be a DD.
Yep. Correct. Yep. Absolutely. So
that is going to be a fun weekend. It's a fun weekend in July.
We are so looking forward to it.
That's going to be I'm looking forward to that.
I really am too,
because I've seen it on the agenda, but I haven't really heard about it in detail.
Yeah.
So you ready? We'll have our second pour. So the second pour, we're going with our classic.
The green spot is so good.
Redbreast 12. I'm like, we have to go with the classic here.
Mm-hmm.
So let me know if you haven't already. Let me know what you're drinking. I'm excited to hear what Tommy D thinks about that Quail Skate as soon as he opens it up. I did a review of Quail Skate here recently.
Okay.
It's a new bottle that also just arrived to Ohio. That's just arrived to the U.S. So you guys are going to start seeing that pop up.
Sounds good.
So what else? We have, that was for July. So what other events after the music festival?
After the music festival, also in July, we have our Irish Golf Classic. So that is Friday, July 28th. It is a 8:30 shotgun start. It is $90 a person or $360 for a team. So if you aren't able to get a full team together, that's okay. There are other singles they can match you up with or whatever. You get 18 holes. You get, with a cart, scramble format, proximity prizes, and skill challenges. I'm not a golfer, so I don't understand how all that works, but Yeah, you know, for those that are golfers, they know it.
I'm not a
They know
golfer.
exactly what I'm talking about. But it is at the Westchester Golf Club. That's down. Is that like Canal Winchester area? I believe. It's
Yeah,
where
yeah,
they are.
that's in Canal.
Yeah, yeah. And then there is a banquet at the course afterwards. So your $90 covers something to eat afterwards, and they have they have gift or prizes and door prizes and stuff that are given away also. So yeah, so that's always like, I mean, everybody likes that. Now with all these events, with the golf outing as well as the beer fest and the music festival, you can pre-buy your tickets. Go to our website,
Ooh.
which is www.theshamrockclubofcolumbus.com. And you can go right on there, pre-buy your beer fest tickets. That would be the best thing.
I'll put the
you
link
could
in the
do.
description
Yeah,
after
that'd be
the stream. If anybody
Yeah.
is going to be in the Columbus area, in the Central Ohio area, would like to go to any of these events, that way you
Yeah.
have the link.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to, you're going to be in Columbus and want to check the calendar.
Yeah. So yeah, because I mean, that helps. I mean, it's kind of encouraging to us if you pre-buy those beer fest
Mhm.
tickets, so we know that we got a lot of interest and stuff. And
Well, and I
that will
mean,
help
I'm
us know what to
sure,
expect.
like as the Columbus Beer Fest, so you
Yeah.
need to know how many people are coming.
Yeah.
The fire department wants to know your capacity. So
Yep, exactly right. Yep.
helps.
Yep.
So end up with too many. Oh, here we go. I'm like, I wonder what you were talking about, Tommy, with the purple spot. 50 blue and I'm not going to defile my red spot with blue spot. Thank you. I like red better than blue.
It's tasty.
Yeah, it's the slancha.
Oh, slancha.
Redbreast is I really enjoy it. I do really like green spot. But Redbreast, honestly, if you're talking about quintessential Irish whiskey flavors, shortbread cookie, people are usually talking about Redbreast Falls.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know me, I'm not a big whiskey drinker normally, so she's
I know, but I
helping
love
get
that
me
we have so many more
involved.
at the club now.
Yeah, these are really good.
So we have quite a collection of Irish whiskeys at the club. Probably, probably you would have to go up to the north side to Dublin to find it. South of downtown, you're not going to find anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, looky who we have here. Cheers, Cool Running. So Cool Running is in Ireland.
Oh, okay.
So slancha, Cool Running.
Thank you.
Jeffrey Wack, is good to see you again. So I was in Jeffrey City of Cincinnati on a Thursday doing an Irish whiskey tasting event. So that was a lot of fun. Oh, it wasn't all Irish though. They slapped some bourbon in on me, so I had to talk about bourbon.
Did you know what to say?
I actually did, except for one. It was really interesting. I hadn't heard of it either. It was called Neely Family Distillery, and it made me want to visit there because of just the details and level of transparency, and they're cultivating their own yeast strains. It was nice. Crazy the level of detail they get into. So it was really, really interesting.
Good. So a couple more things we got coming up with the Shamrock Club this summer. Another summer event is we have a corn roast every year. It is Saturday, August 26th, and food service is from 5 to 8 p.m. But we have a band that starts at about 7, and it is called Other Brothers. They're a little bit of a how do I want to explain it? A little blue, maybe not bluesy, folky kind of thing, but they're great musicians. They've kind of pulled from other bands that they're putting that together. So what happens is we have a whole lot of corn. We steam some and we boil some.
It's all local corn.
Yep,
it's really
local,
good.
Yep.
Local farmers sell it to us.
5 miles down the road here, we get it from. And then we also have brats and hamburgers and hot dogs, and we do some potatoes, like we boil some potatoes. We have usually try to do a cucumber tomato salad. We have desserts on hand. So it's great stuff. It is $12 per person, or maximum price per family with kids under 18 of $30 for a family. And, we started
That's good. If you've got like a family of 5, that's a good deal.
Yeah. Back when Mike and I started coming back many years ago, we had 5 children. So for a family of 7 to come, and it was like $8.
Yeah.
And we're like, we can't, for
That's a good deal.
56, it was a lot, so we kind of, Mike and I, when we began running the corn roast, we was like, we got to max it out for families. We need to look at who's coming down and help our families out. So we were able to do that. And we, so that, people with kids, still feel good to come back. And talking about bringing your kids to the Shamrock Club, we have a great playground. We have a great playground.
There's a playground on the grounds.
On their grounds.
50 yards away from me.
Yeah.
A full playground.
We are fenced in, so your kids are safe. They're not going to, there's plenty of room for them to run and play. If they want to bring a ball to throw around, even they can do it. There's a field available. So we're very kid friendly in general. And like I said, Friday night, maybe not so much, but definitely on.
They chat the whole time.
We're reading comments here. So but it's a good place for kids. You feel safe bringing your kids.
It's in like a dead end street, so you can let your kids run around. They're not going to get hit or anything like that.
Exactly right. Yeah, we're off the road enough, and it's kind of, we always call it a hidden gem back here because we are off. South High Street's a very busy road. But you turn down here, people don't even know we're back here. We have a beautiful area. We have tree line. We have a stage. It's kind of like an amphitheater style. So
it is, the outdoor music is an amphitheater setting. So it's the stage is at the bottom of the hill, and everybody puts their chairs and tents up on the hill. Yeah. As Debbie said, all you can eat corn.
Oh yeah,
it's good.
Point,
it's
Deb.
good corn too. It really is
yeah.
good corn.
Yeah.
Cheers, Sugar Kitty. It's good to see you in here. I saw you pop in. My mom was an Irish dancing champion in her youth. I'm amazed.
That's awesome.
That I know I have friends that are a few dancers, and I'm amazed that, and I love watching the little ones do it. Cheers, Jason Busey.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun to watch the girls who are the champions and stuff, but the eagerness of the young girls that are, are boys, they just,
a lot of little boys to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of little boys doing it, and it's the eagerness of that you can just see how hard they're trying. It's great. It's great. I love watching.
No, Ben, I'm only mad when you keep calling it poutine, not poutine. So Ben was a guest on my stream a couple weeks ago, and I gave him an entire poutine flight. And to make up for it, I did give you the Dunville's 21-year Palo Cortado single cast. So that was a good one to try. But he made it through like a champ after he said it tasted like tequila.
So
I'll have to make pickles again for the.
Oh yeah,
because you guys like my pickle swinger.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'll have to make those again.
That would be great.
I like the sweeter ones. I'm not a dill person at all, so I make the sweet pickles.
I love sweet pickles. Yeah. So we've been talking about Shamrock Club. We haven't really given our address, so I'm going to put that out there. If you're okay with that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Our address is 60 West Castle Road. In Columbus, Ohio. We are just off of South High Street, south of 104. So for people from the area will know more or less where we are.
Yeah.
And just it's just such a nice area. It's not far from downtown. It's easy to
get to. It's just south of downtown.
Just south of downtown Columbus, but easy to get to because 104. 71 dumps into 104. And so
people are familiar with Berliner Park. We're really near close to there. A lot of people are familiar with that place.
Yeah. So it's good stuff. We have a good time.
We do have a good time.
We do have.
It's a lot of fun.
And you make the best friends here. When we started, Mike and my husband and I became members in 2002, and we didn't know anybody when we started, and it doesn't take long though before you start making friends, and then you just build from that the whole time you're here, and you meet people like Stacy and
7 years, and we know so many people.
Yeah, it's like you always have somebody to talk to when you're here. You're going to find somebody to hang out with, and meeting new people is great. Seeing what brings people down here, because that's often what we do is somebody new shows up. So how'd you find out about
Yeah.
us? And you learn about it, you know, and sometimes it's, well, I've known about it for a while. I used to come down, but I haven't been around, but here I am. And then, you know, once they start meeting people, they're here.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what we didn't, we knew a coworker that was a member, but they were one of the members that only comes, there are members that only come down at, you know, certain times of the year. And,
sure.
and that was how I found out about it. And actually the first time we came down, the power was out, and we had a drink and left.
Oh yeah.
And so there was a second visit that when we met you, and years later we're still coming back.
Yeah.
It's such a good, it's some great people too.
You really do. You really do. And we are, you know, we do have employees at the bar, but otherwise it's a volunteer organization.
Yeah.
So all our events are run by volunteers. You know, they're just, like I said, just a few paid employees. We have an office manager, a facilities manager, and our bartenders. And other than that, it's memberships and volunteers that are down here doing a lot of hard work some days.
Yeah, they're taking care of this, of all of
it
this.
It really does.
They're getting deep into a pickle discussion now. Poutine, sure. Yeah, I agree with you, Sugar Kitty. I'm one of those rare people that absolutely love. I like bread and butter pickles. I love them. Pickles. I really like them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm in love with them, but I enjoy a good bread and butter pickle, particularly a turkey sandwich. That does sound good. Oh, hey, Robbie. It's good to see you. Oh, yeah, it is very early in Dublin.
I was going to say, that's awesome.
Well, cheers, Robbie.
Exactly.
UPA Germans need 7 sweets and 7 sours, so we have to go with certain kind of pickles. Yeah, I do add a little. I like the sweeter pickles, and I add a little more mustard because my mom's side of the family is German as well. Yeah, my dad's side is Native American, and I sure as heck got her complexion.
Yeah,
because my husband says I'm a little pasty. So I was going to ask you, so the golf tournament that we have, is that the one where it's the Bull in the Bush trophy?
Oh, the Beer in the Bush.
Beer in the Bush trophy.
So yes, so that's they call it let me get the wording right because they're very specific. They call it the how does he always say that? The most coveted award in golf, and it's called our Beer in the Bush. And the way it started out was, at some point in time, somebody dropped a beer bottle into a bush, you know, and it kind of, the bush grew up around it. So when the time came, the bush was being removed rather, and was cut down. They found this bottle that it is embedded in this bush.
Yeah, you can't get it out. Yeah.
And so they cut it off, they've shellacked it, and it has been made into an award, and it became the golf award. So
is that for the winner or the worst?
The winner, actually.
It
is for the winner. To be eligible for the Beer in the Bush award, you have to be the team of 4 have to be all related, so from one family, and then you are eligible. And the best score is who wins that. So
I just love that. Literally, we made an award out of someone tossing a beer bottle into a bush.
Exactly.
And nobody finding it.
Yeah,
for years.
Who knows how long?
Like
long enough
years,
that it grew around it. So yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. So it's good stuff.
That is good. It's so much fun.
It's seems very Irish, and we'll make the best out of the chaos. So that's how we do it.
That is a lot of fun.
So what else?
So what other events do you have coming? So especially like after it starts, after the golf outing, after the music festivals and the corn roasts. So then we have wintertime.
Yep. And actually in September, we have our halfway to St. Patrick's Day party. This year it's on the 16th. So it's going to be that Saturday closest to the 16th of September. So we have
I told them last year, I wish everybody happy halfway to St. Patrick's Day party. Yeah. And everybody's like, what is I'm like, it's a thing. It is a thing.
It is.
Here it is a thing.
Here it is a thing. So yeah, we have that's being, everything, the plans are being made for that. And I don't have details. I don't know that we have a band booked for that yet, but it's fun. We always have a food truck, and we have a band, and just kind of hang out and
And that's
enjoy
about
some
the time that the
beverages.
fall leagues will
Yep.
start up again with the dart leagues.
Correct. Yep.
There's a co-ed league, there's men's leagues, there's ladies leagues. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Now, to be on any of our leagues, you do need to be a member.
Yeah.
At least we do have what we call pub memberships, as well as our full family memberships or our individual memberships, etc. And if you're over 65, we have a senior membership of just $30.
And a pub membership is cheap.
Pub memberships are like 25
bucks.
I think they are.
Yeah, so it's not a lot to pay a year.
So basically, the difference between a pub membership and a full membership, as a pub member, you don't have voting privileges. So when it comes to our elections and any decisions that require a vote, the pub members are not.
Which this is the meeting room that y'all are seeing behind me.
Yep.
The other thing that gets done in here is actually Dart League. You guys can see these shadow boxes right here. And the one over Nancy's head. If you pull those out, there's a dartboard behind that. And that's what the lines on the floor are for. We have Dart League up here too.
Yep. Yeah, because the men's Dart League is big enough that they use the 6 boards downstairs.
Oh, they get a huge amount of people here on Wednesday night to play darts.
Yep. So we have 10 boards upstairs and 6 boards downstairs. So that's plenty.
Steel tip Dart League.
Yep.
Those are harder and harder to find now because people don't want like the liability. Everybody wants to do the soft tip darts.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I didn't realize soft tips were so big until recently.
Yeah, I didn't either. Those are huge. I have a friend that was in Vegas for a tournament for soft tip darts.
Oh wow! Yeah,
I play with steel tip darts.
Yeah, but yeah. I don't know, but I feel like when you play like in somebody's garage and they do the soft tips, I feel like you got to throw a little harder to get the soft tips.
Do. Well, because they're usually a little lighter.
Yeah.
Usually.
To make them stick in the board.
So what do you think of the Redbreast 12?
It's pretty good. It's very.
Do you prefer the green spot over the Redbreast 12?
I think they're different because I feel like the green spot is a little smoother. This Redbreast has a bite to it.
The Redbreast is a sherry finish. The green spot is just bourbon.
Yeah.
The green spot is a 50-50 malted to unmalted barley. And the Redbreast is, I think it's closer to 70-80 malted to unmalted. So a little bit different.
Yeah, but it's still, both of them are very good. I mean,
they're very quintessential Irish.
Yeah. So I guess it would just depend what I was in the mood for. Something with a little bit of bite or something. I mean, the green spot was so smooth.
I gravitate towards green spot, honestly. It's in the summertime. I think it's just a perfect pour for summer.
Really good.
So the last one. I'm stepping out for this one. Oh, well, before I do this, I'm going to say hi to Mr. Kilco. Cheers to you, Kilco. Kilco is going live at 7 o'clock, so make sure you guys check out Kilco's stream. Kilco, if you want to drop your link in here, I think I modded you. Let me know if I didn't. All right, for the last pour. So the other thing that we have a really good Irish selection at the pub downstairs. We also have some good bourbons. So I picked out what is a good bourbon. You guys know I'm not a fan, but I'm going to drink it for you guys. Maker's Mark 46.
All right.
So this is a French oaked wheater. This is a wheated bourbon. My husband and I just did the bourbon trail last weekend. We did not stop at Maker's Mark.
You said it was busy and...
No, that was actually Buffalo Trace.
Oh, you're right. It was Buffalo Trace.
That was Buffalo Trace. Y'all are nuts about Buffalo Trace about getting that Blanton's. We rolled in there 15 minutes after the gift shop opened, and there were at least 400 people there.
Oh, wow.
Because Blanton's was releasing that day.
Wow.
So we went to Wild Turkey instead, and we went to Four Roses. Oh, there you go, Sugar Kitty. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. Yeah, make sure you check out Kilco at 7 o'clock. So yes, this is, I actually found a Maker's Mark that I like. So I was presenting for the Ohio Hibernians Convention, and 3 of the bourbons I had to present were, 3 of the whiskeys were bourbons, and one of them was Maker's Mark 2022 Master Distillers Collection. And it was the one where they used all kinds of funky staves. And I really enjoyed that one. I really did.
Right.
So this one smells good. I'm not getting the cherry that I typically get on Makers.
It's not bad.
But yeah, we've got some good bourbons here too. My husband's favorite, which I almost grabbed, is Wild Turkey 101. Yep, don't like it. Sorry. At least I did find one Makers that I do enjoy. It's just not this one.
Yeah.
Let me know. You guys have probably all tried Makers 46. So let me know what you think. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's
I
just
don't hate it. I don't dislike
I don't
it.
hate it. It's just cherries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It just tastes like cherry syrup with a stick in it.
Oh.
Because which explains it as French oak. It's got the French oak staves in it.
Okay.
But yeah, there's Bullet downstairs, and my husband's this Wild Turkey 101. I'm a rare breed fan. He likes 101. Hey, Mr. Great Shot. It is good to see you. Cheers to you.
Wild Turkey 101.
Oh, you prefer Makers 101.
Oh.
Now go for the Makers cast strength. All right, if it's just more of this, no. I found one of them I liked. Apparently I just haven't tried them all.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you for coming on today. I appreciate it. I
Oh,
appreciate it. If you guys in chat have any questions, feel free to shoot them out there.
Absolutely. No, thank you for being here at the Shamrock Club and showcasing us and letting us get our
anytime.
word
This
out
is
of
a
what's
lot of
going
fun.
on. It is a lot of fun. So, yeah, we have a lot of good stuff going on down here at the Shamrock Club. So all year long. One of the things, if I have a few more minutes, I don't know what time it is.
We're gonna wrap this up by 7 only because there's storms coming, and I know Kilco's going live.
Okay, yeah.
Our friend Barry is going live with Stories and Steps.
All right.
But
so
yes.
we have another one of our other Irish organization, the Daughters of Erin, always host a kids Christmas party and a kids Easter egg hunt every year. So they have it here at the Shamrock Club. So for Christmas, we bring Santa Claus in. We have some kids can make a little craft. They come in. We invite Santa to be here with them. So we have the parents bring the kids a gift, and then Santa hands that off to them, and they get little treat bags and all that. So that's always in December. And then the Friday or the Saturday before Easter, we always have an Easter egg hunt. We put out 4,000 eggs.
I've been here to help decorate the eggs.
Those are so much fun.
That's a good time.
And we have 4 different fields. So based on the age of the child. So the 12-year-olds are not running over the 3-year-olds. We sort them out into 4 different fields, and they can go collect their eggs. We have hot dogs available and chips for everybody. They get a snack, again, a treat bag, and we try to give them stuffed animals so that they have something else extra to take home with them. So those are some more of the things that we try to do for our children here at the Shamrock Club. We also have live music a couple times a month. We have throughout the year inside during the winter, and we did just have a great group. His name is Dennis Smith. He's a local artist, and he was here just Friday. Weather was a little sketchy, so we did have him indoors. But when we can, throughout the summer months, we like to have them outside on the patio because it's so beautiful here, and people, can come down and.
There's a lot of ground.
Yeah,
so it's a big property, and so it is really pretty.
Great. It is great stuff. So we do have music throughout the year, and generally free of charge. We do ask for a donation to help cover a little bit of the cost, but we have if it's a bigger band, maybe we will charge a door cover, but for the most part, and you don't have to be a member to come down for music or any of our events. You just, we even as a member of the Shamrock Club, you don't have to be of Irish descent. We just ask for you to have an interest in the Irish traditions and community and everything like that.
I actually did not think I was of Irish descent. I thought it was just my husband.
Okay.
And I took the DNA test twice because the first result came back with like 15% Irish. And I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. I'm taking it again. So I took a different company's and it came back exactly the same. So
see,
yep. County.
I think there's a little Irish in all of
us.
us.
I think so. Yeah.
And you'll find it down here. And so many of us are Irish German, both families.
Well, the city, for those of you who don't know, the
Yeah.
city of Columbus was founded by Irish and German descendants.
Yeah.
And,
So we have a German village, and
then we have a Dublin
suburb
named Dublin. Yeah, that's called Dublin.
So, but yeah, so I know my mom's side was the German side, my dad's side was the Irish side. So
Cheers, Marty.
A lot of us have.
Oh, Robbie, bless your heart. I don't know what that says. I know it's Gaelic.
Some of the words look familiar, but
seeing a 2-bottle buy for Mickle Pochine and one of the whiskey groups. Anybody else see that? Mickle Pochine is honestly one of my top favorites. That and Cologne Pochine, but Mickle is really good. Mickle is out of County Galway, and they are 7th descendant Pochine distillers and the first generation to be able to do it legally.
All right.
So, and thank you, Sugar Kitty, for asking for the website. So I've posted the website in chat for anybody who wants to check it out.
Great. Thank you.
Kind of see what this club has to offer. Maybe if you're in, if it looks like something you'll be interested in, but you're in another city, check out your local city. There's probably an Irish club in your city. I know there's some just about everywhere.
And another thing about here, our Shamrock Club, we do rent out our facility. We rent out this hall. If you want to have an event here, it holds about 120 people. Depends upon how you want it to set up.
Yeah.
Your tables. I think we had one event that was about 144, but
I can tell you it'll hold 52 eager whiskey drinkers, because I had a whiskey tasting in here with 52 people.
She sure did. We also rent out our pub. It's for smaller groups, and our patio area. So we have a nice shelter house with picnic tables and everything.
You can fit quite a few people under that shelter house.
Yeah, quite a few, and plus you have the whole grounds.
Oh yeah.
So it's
and you can bring pop-up tents and chairs and things like that.
Always. So that's available right on the website if you want to have an event. It shows you how to rent the pub or any of the properties.
The Sons of Aaron can go. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you. A good night from Dublin. Oh, thank you, Robbie.
Good night.
That's so cool. Yeah, I know it's a late one for you, my friend.
It's so great he was here. That is awesome.
Robbie's a trooper. Robbie and Cool Running are both in my chat quite often. They're both from Ireland.
Very good.
So I'm hoping, I want to get over either this fall for the Pochine Now Festival in November. I think it hasn't announced a date yet, but it was in November last year. If we don't make it then next spring, I'm hoping to get over there and kind of get to meet all these people face to face that I've become friends with.
That would be awesome for you. Yeah, good. All right.
And obviously you have Irish descent. The last name of Murphy.
I do.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah. Well, that's my husband. That is my married name. So yes, Mike's family, I believe both his sides of the family were from Ireland. My family, my father's name was Beatty. So he is our Irish side. So yep, we have
my husband is my Irish side. My husband's, not a lot of people know, my husband's father was adopted. And so even though our last name is Stearns, he looked up and his actual birth mother was a Brown.
Okay.
Very Irish name.
Very Irish. Yep. So my family, my father's family came from County Down, and they were there for years.
County Down. They got some good whiskey in County Down.
Yeah.
Great whiskey in County Down.
They spent a little bit, some of them spent some time in Scotland and back and forth. So
mine, I believe, are Antrim and Armagh, I think. I have to look it up. I know Antrim is, but
it's good. Yeah, but you know what? You don't have to be Irish to hang out with us here. We like pretty much
we have
everybody.
Brought several friends into the club because we've enjoyed it so much. One of them is our friend Sal, who is Italian.
Yep, there you go. That's right. Yeah.
And he always has a good time here. Hey, cheers, Top Dog. It is good to see you. To Andrew says, as far as I could trace my mom's family back to 1792 in Yorkshire and dad's back to 1055 in Normandy.
Wow.
That is awesome. I've traced my mother's side of the family back to, it'd be a place that doesn't really exist anymore near Manchester, 1500s.
Wow.
But hey, just picked up a bottle of Glendalough Pochine. Haven't tried it yet. Mr. Great Shot, which bottle of Glendalough did you get? They have several different Pochines. Let me know if you got the Mountain Strength or if you got one of the other ones. I have not had the Mountain Strength. I've had their regular poutine, and I did like it. It's been a long time since I've had it though. Sugar Katie says, I always thought my mother's side was Irish, but it turns out it looks English. But then my father's side that has an English great-grandmother turns out to be almost all Scots Irish. Part of, I know my mom's, I think it was my mom's side of the family, they actually, they ended up in Ireland because they were real good at picking the wrong side in wars. Real good at it. War of the Roses, picked the wrong side. Ended up in Scotland. In Scotland, they picked the wrong side in the Jacobite situation and ended up in Ireland. So yeah, we were real good at picking the wrong side. And not good at picking winners, but it's the regular one. Okay. I liked it. Like I said, it's been a few years since I've had Glendalough poutine. Glendalough is one of those brands. They're from County Wicklow, and you don't hear about them as much. The 7-year Mizunara is the last really big one they've put out for a while. But I really like them. Their double barrels, phenomenal. That's one of the best single grains you could get. On my father's side is related to the O'Neill clan. Ooh, yes. We don't have any O'Neills at the club. We have O'Reillys and Burns and McConaughey's and McSweeney's and Moriarty's and Murphy's
and I know
a lot of Irish names, Dempsey's and yeah. I know you're like trying to think of all those. O'Grady's, O'Shaughnessy's.
O'Shaughnessy's, yes, yeah. I know, judgmental.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, I'm trying to think back through. I'm kind of picturing the meeting hall.
There are some Browns.
Browns, yep, definitely.
Yeah, and if you
Redmonds
Redmonds, yeah. If you come in here, the first thing you see when you look off to your left is pictures of all the past presidents, and they go back to 1936.
Yep, it sure does.
So yeah, pictures of all of them.
Yep.
Neil of the 9 hostages. Sugar Kitty, that sounds like a story. Sugar Kitty's awesome. Sugar Kitty is a big Scotch person, and I don't think anybody knows more about Scotch.
So I am the 82nd president of the Shamrock Club. So
82nd. Wow.
82nd. So some of the from the originals were maybe a couple years in a row, or maybe they took a year off. So early on, when they had fewer members, they just kind of traded it back and forth. So a little more. So yeah. So there's a few who had. Like I said, the 2 or 3. I think Devine was one of the first presidents. James Devine, I believe it was, and he was president a couple years. So definitely. So again, the first few were maybe.
Well, it's grown huge since then.
Oh, it sure did. It sure did. I don't know the number of how many started it. The gentleman that started it, maybe 10, or I don't know that.
And how long have we been in this building?
Since the mid 80s.
Mid 80s.
Yep. They did meet down at the St. Patrick's Church for a while in the basement. There was available.
It's a Catholic church in downtown Columbus.
Yep. Down, it sure was. And then I don't know before that where they were, but yeah, they bought this building back in the mid 80s through donations and through grant or from the members. They all put in. I mean, there was a mortgage also, but it was helped to have that money from the members to put in to really get it started. So yeah.
There's a large. I think Cleveland has a large population of Irish, like Irish nationals.
Absolutely.
Columbus has a lot of Irish descendants.
Agree.
It's just from the times that have settled here. Sugar Kitty says the mother's side of the Irishmen are Grady's and O'Donnell's. We do have some Grady's here.
We do have Grady's and Donnelly's, not
and Donnelly's. Yeah.
O'Donnell. I do believe we had an O'Donnell. George O'Donnell. He passed away he was a past president.
I don't think I ever got the opportunity.
He wasn't here more
recent
times. And Doyle's.
I always forget about the
definitely
Doyles.
Have Doyle's. Yeah. I know we're gonna miss somebody and we're be in trouble here.
Yeah, I know. We should have started the list before the 3 drinks.
Yeah,
that's all missing.
That's probably true.
Yeah,
that's probably true.
Tom says a lot of family came through Nova Scotia, PEI, Prince Edward Island, and as indentured servants, 1650 Battle of Dunbar on the Scots side. Wow. That's so impressive that when you can trace your family history back that far. And I think that is another benefit if you're Irish, you have some Irish in your family, as to being a member of a club like this, because there's a wealth of information.
Yeah, there really is.
People
really
have already done what you're trying to do. So it's nice to be able to connect and get those resources as well. And it's just it's a lot of fun to be here.
It really is. It's great.
It's the 110 proof. Just poured some. It's sweet and tastes like nothing I've ever tried before. Irish poachine is an area all its own. It is completely different. It's nothing like Irish whiskey. It's not, the mash bill isn't even the same.
Interesting. I have not heard about it until tonight.
Oh, you hadn't had them?
I have not.
I have so many bottles of Irish poachine.
I was going to say, I'm going to have to come hang out at your house. And,
I have so many
try
bottles.
them
Yeah. Irish poachine is one of the 3 native spirits from Ireland. There is actually an EU technical file for it. So out of Ireland, you have Irish whiskey, Irish cream, and Irish poachine. Mm-hmm. And it was illegal until 1997. Then they legalized it and they created this technical file for it. The difference, and it's not just new make. It can be, but it can have additional ingredients. So Irish poaching can also include molasses. It can include potatoes. It can include sugar beets. Mm-hmm. None of those you can have in whiskey production. So it could be a completely different beast. And I've got some that are just, I've got especially a couple from Cologne that I would put them up against any whiskey. In fact, and my stream when Anthony was on we were doing a peated whiskey flight, and he actually picked the poachine as the one he liked the best out of all of it. So that's great. Which Brendan Carty from Cologne was tickled when I told him that.
Very good.
High proof stuff too. That was 67%.
You can get those here.
You can get a couple of them here. You can get Glendalough. You can get in the U.S. The Cologne poachine, you can get a couple states. I think Kentucky's out, but they might be getting more. I've been working with them to try to get the 2 new Cologne releases. So I think they're out of poachine. I might actually tell them to start more poachine. Mm-hmm. There is one called Smuggling Nun that you can get in New York State. Okay. That actually was distilled and bottled for Smuggling Nun by Copeland in County Down.
Oh, very good.
So right back to County Down.
There we go.
Well, thank you again so much for coming on here. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys all for tuning in. You get to see one of the places I hang out. I was so excited to actually get to show you guys.
Yeah. Hey, I'm always ready to talk about the Shamrock Club. So trust my non-Shamrock Club family or friends will tell you. I'm always talking about the Shamrock Club. So yeah. It's a great you start having to make time actually because you realize you end up spending so much time here. It's just a second home at that point. Yeah, definitely. And a few years ago, my granddaughter, she was probably about 5 or 6 at the time. And she, because she had been down here many times, and she came in one day and she went, "Do you and Grandpa live here?" Well, sort of, but yeah. So because it was like every time they came to, they were seeing us here at the Shamrock Club. So
that is true. Yeah, there are a lot of times you spend so much time here. It's almost like I should get my mail there. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Amazon, just bring it there.
Yeah, just bring it here. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, at 7:00 is Kilco's stream. At 7:00 is also Stories and Sips from Barry Chandler. 9:00, make sure you guys jump over to Livewire Whiskey. I don't think Anthony is going live tonight. I haven't seen, I know he's camping. I haven't seen anything that says he's going live tonight. But next week, I'm probably going to do just kind of a recap of our Kentucky trip, bring out all the whiskey we bought, and we'll just drink and talk about Kentucky and have a good old time. I'm also working, it's probably going to get pushed into July. Because there is one more bottle that I just purchased from Ireland that I'm waiting to arrive before you will see Irish Whiskey Battle Part 2. Jeffrey Wack from Hello Again Whiskey Friends versus Mr. Whiskey Shits, Adam from Livewire Whiskey. So that is going to get pushed. I'm going to get with those guys, get with their schedules, and I think we're going to pick a date in July for that. That way I can get them the whiskeys that I want to get to them. So thank you guys all for joining in. Cheers all. Cheers. Have a good night, and we will see you next week. Sláinte.
Sláinte.